Hello, I'm Mr. Cornwell, and this is another MajorClarity tutorial video. This time we're covering occupations, where you can find out how much money you're likely to make, whether those jobs are common in North Carolina, and so much more. Let's jump right in. We'll start out in one of the career paths, in our case, video production. If you're not here already, you can go back to the Career Exploration tab and pick one of the career paths that is appropriate for you. We picked video production because it's so relevant for those of you who may want to become YouTubers when you grow up, since that's such a popular aspiration these days. Anyway, once you're here, you can scroll down to find the list of occupations that are relevant within that career path. We're going to pick film and video editors. That seems especially appropriate if you want to be a YouTuber and you're going to be uploading film and video that is not just raw footage, but something that you've edited to look better. Once we get here, again, if we like what we see on this page, we can come back and click the star so that it will be saved to our portfolio page. We also get a brief description of the job itself. We found out the education level, in this case, bachelor's degree most likely. The next line is work experience. Work experience is always valuable to show on your resume, but in this case, this is a profession that you could conceivably get a job with no direct experience. You might want to look for something like an internship or an apprenticeship though, or at least being able to show a portfolio of work if you are looking to be competitive in a job market though. The next line covers wages. $53,000 is the average annual wage for film and video editors in the state of North Carolina. That number is specific to our state. So if you went elsewhere, you might make more or less depending on cost of living and the presence of the industry and other factors. Also, keep in mind that it's the average, so a starting position may not pay that much. You may also be able to make quite a bit more than that once you've been in the industry a while and established yourself. The next two categories here are job growth and job presence, and each of these affects how likely you are to be able to get that job in North Carolina. The growth of the job is how many more of those jobs are we expecting there to be in the next decade compared to how many there are now. If you're in a job that is growing in need or in popularity, then that means there will be plenty of positions there for you to take advantage of. If it's a job that is declining, there will be fewer of them. That doesn't mean you can't do that work, but the competition for jobs in that field may be greater. You might have to be better at what you do in order to stay competitive. Job presence just covers how many there are in North Carolina. Some of the occupations will tell you the job presence and growth even based on your zip code. For film and video editors, though, it doesn't seem that they have enough data to get as specific as our zip code, but there is a low job presence in the state of North Carolina. The next section covers career work styles. These are kind of a throwback to your personality style assessment. So when you click on your personality style and you see people of this personality type typically like to do jobs in which they get to blah 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 blah. This gives you a little snapshot of what this career might provide you as a working style. As we scroll on down, I've seen a lot of students get to this part of the page and think it's the end. However, as much as these two big images might lead you to think this is the bottom of the page, there's more. As we scroll down, we find abilities and knowledge, which you will need for this occupation. Abilities are things that you can do. Can you see details at close range, for example, in this one? Can you read and understand information presented in writing? Another example. The knowledge section shows the things that you need to know in order to be successful in this career. Communications and media, computers and electronics. Once you've gotten to this part of the page, it might be a good idea to scroll back to the top and click the star button if you've decided that this is an occupation that you want to return to, that you want to explore more. However, if you've gotten down to this part of the page and you're thinking, you know, this kind of sounds cool and it's sort of like what I want to do, but not quite, there's a really handy piece at the bottom of this page called Related Careers. These are careers that are related in some way to the occupation that you've been looking at on this page. They have a lot in common, but as you've looked at the description above, you may have seen some tasks that you know that you don't like, or maybe you've seen some skills that you know that you're not strong in. You can come down to the related careers section and look for other occupations that would get you into the same industry, but maybe doing a different part of the production, in this case with video. And this brings us to the end of the career exploration section. From here we'll move on to the My Career Plan section. It does seem like we're bouncing around, but there is a method to the madness, I promise. Thanks for watching.